Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here at my next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode review. This one's going to be for Season 4, Episode 6, I think it is, Journey to the Center of Mikey's Mind. This was a pretty decent episode, actually. I quite enjoyed this one. It, as ever, wasn't particularly plot focused. Given the concept, they didn't, I don't think, explore Mikey as a character as much as they perhaps could have. But it was a fun episode. It was one of the more enjoyable kind of side trips that they've kind of had while they've been in space. Um, I do still want the show to get back to being more plot driven, more character focused. But this was quite enjoyable. They had the kind of plot framing of the episode based around the fact that, okay, the Triceratons have the first piece of the black hole generator. The turtles are kind of following them to get it back, but to even attempt to get it back, they're going to have to get the plan schematics of the Triceraton ship and use that to their advantage to get it off. And that worked pretty well because then they obviously are led to this guy Vrax Bellyboom or something like that. Weird name, weird character. And he apparently has this information, and Mikey just causes some instant issues with him, and he kind of turns him against the turtles. And he initially accepts the money, then he wants double the money, then he's not going to give it to them full stop. Mikey gets super annoyed with the guy and ends up kind of revealing that he has information about the black hole generator. So this guy sends this species, at least a group of neutrinos after him to go into his mind and get this information out. And from there, the episode is effectively everyone go into Mikey's mind and explore the craziness that is and stop the neutrinos from finding out about the black hole generator. So, interesting concept, definitely, and they explored it reasonably well just with the visuals of the episode and going through the memories as kind of a way to reference a lot of previous episodes in kind of weird ways. Having his subconscious and seeing the different kind of aspects of his personality. The glutton, the goof, and the powerful one, I suppose. It was fun there just to see all the kind of different designs of Mikey and the different bits of his personality like just really singled out and shown. It kind of did give you an idea of like really who he is. They definitely played it up more for jokes than really in any way seriously trying to like analyze his character and kind of get across that like, okay, these are the positive aspects of him despite the initial viewing of him as a character as just being the idiot. They kind of did some of that when in the fact that he's the most imaginative of the turtles, and they played that up very well at the end, where like Mikey's inner self is a child basically because he is the most childlike of them all, and that's basically all these personalities coming together kind of lead to basically a 6-year-old kind of almost, and so he's the kind of king of inside Mikey, and he hides in his imagination, which it was interesting. Again, the visual is quite interesting. He places himself as the king, has all these weird creatures flying around the place. It's it was interesting, definitely, and ultimately the fights I don't think were particularly that interesting. That like they're basically invulnerable the entire episode, and then suddenly with the help of Mikey's imagination they can just instantly defeat anything. But it worked to expel them from his mind, and then on the outside he gets his revenge by basically squishing them. And the joke about the lesser seen angry Mikey, because he doesn't really ever get like really honestly angry, and in this case he kind of did. And I like that they kind of bookmarked the episode with this guy Vrax, and they had him. Mikey be the confident one, lead the conversation with him, basically just go up to him like, I'm going to beat you up unless you give me the plans that we were meant to get off you. And I'm also taking your muffin too, and they end it with just a joke that he burps because that's what they were going for. But, ultimately, like, it accomplishes a little bit in that they now have the plans for the Triceraton ship, and they can, I assume, plan the attack going forward, which is, could lead to an interesting episode, an important one, them attacking the ship, especially depending on how they do that. And okay, Mikey focused episode, nothing too amazing. I think that there's definitely a chance for them to do something really notable with the characters here, particularly how the turtles see Mikey, and kind of see him a little bit more seriously, have a bit more appreciation for what he brings to the team. But they more played up Mikey's personality for jokes than anything else, which I understand why they do that. He is one of the more entertaining turtles, but at the same time, you do need a little bit of seriousness, like who he really is, to balance out the kind of jokey silliness. But it was still fun. I did like how they used April again, in that ultimately it was kind of her and her psychic abilities that were kind of guiding the turtles through Mikey's mind initially, just showing that she's kind of gradually growing to develop those powers. And I still do want a much more in-depth explanation for why she has the powers, and like just general information about April, but it was a cool use of them here, just to see her kind of guide them through, and have enough confidence to really be and like come across as kind of a master, kind of psychic in a way. So there were some kind of nice moments there. Leo, Donnie, and Raph didn't really do that much. Leo was just leading. Donnie not really up to much. He was, I suppose, figuring out most of the whole stuff in their mind. He's the smart one. Then Raph was just the one to annoy the various aspects of Mikey as they went through. But the episode did what it was meant to do. So ultimately, the episode was fun. The only major negative I have about it is just that these type of episodes aren't necessarily what the series really needs right now. It does need a lot more plot-focused episodes for me. So it does need more plot-focused episodes going forward. And I hope they get there as they approach the middle of the season. Because if this is just what we get for the rest of the season, and then just like one or two episodes for the mid-season finale, and then one or two for the finale that are of interest, it's just going to be the same thing that it did the past two seasons. I'd like them to really make a shift towards the show being interesting week to week. But again, the show hasn't shown a lot of faith in terms of making us believe that that's going to ever be the case. But that's been the video. Thanks for watching. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on the episode and the review. Thanks for watching, and bye.